Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog soccer, and kind of like Bulldog football, the women's soccer team with a dramatic win on Friday here in front of the home fans over Ohio Dominican, and joined by head coach Andy McCaslin. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it.
As we mentioned, an exciting win for your team on Friday at home against Ohio Dominican, 1-0 in double overtime, and certainly got to be thrilled to get that victory.
Yeah, it was awesome to get that victory at home. Against a good team who's, they've played a really good schedule. Their results haven't gone their way, but they've played a very tough schedule. They play hard. They're committed to playing the way that they do. They're strong. They're physical. They're fast. They're athletic. So yeah, to be able to kind of put that one away was a really good thing.
Saw a couple conference opponents in non-league action this weekend, Ohio Dominican and Saginaw Valley. Talk about these non-league contests, how that helps prepare you for the conference season.
Yeah, we talk about the season in stages. The preseason and exhibition time is just our way to get our feet wet and get ready for the preliminary round or preliminary stretch of the season. Then once we get into that first stretch, these first 6 games, it was figuring out our identity. And with a young group like we have, we really have to figure out, maybe kids are needing to move into some different spots to better suit our group. But, this first round of games, this first 6 games was set up for us to really figure out who we were and, kind of give us a little bit of background in that before the league season starts.
As we go to some of the highlights of Friday's contest, beautiful day at Top Taggart Field, and as you mentioned, trying to find your identity, a young team that continues to improve as the games go on.
Yeah, as we go, we're putting together better and better stretches, and we've got to figure out ways to put together a total 90 minutes, and that's kind of, it's one of the unique things that we get with a young group, but it's who we are right now, so we have to deal with it and go about it that way. But it was, again, a good test on a great day in front of a great crowd, so we were happy with the day.
Contest that obviously pretty even for a long stretch here. Neither team able to score, and the shots pretty even, 20-19 in the Bulldogs' favor, but you did have some opportunity.
Yeah, we did. We sure did. And if we can do a little bit better of a job of getting the ball on target and on frame, maybe make the goalkeeper either make a save or maybe those balls go in. The game's a little different and it's in hand, but I thought we managed the day pretty well. We were able to get shots. We were able to get a little tougher defensively, and we created plenty. We created plenty of chances. We just have to be a little more efficient in front of the goal.
On the defensive side, Grace Kraft here will pick up the victory. She had a good day with 13 saves here and really made some key ones down the stretch.
She did, especially in that second overtime period. I think she had 7 saves in that overtime, which we have to do a better job of keeping those shots away. But she was up to the task and handled the day very well.
As this game goes on and gets longer and longer, how nerve-wracking does that get, trying to be the team that scores the first goal?
The heart rate on the Fitbit went up for sure, but it was, it's good. You got to act calm and be calm in those moments so that the team has that air of calmness too. So, but going into overtime, we were pretty confident with the day.
How does it change going into overtime, and does the philosophy change on trying to be the first team to get that goal?
For sure, if you don't get the goal, you're going home a loser. So you want to make sure you're taking appropriate chances, but you don't want to give things up in the counterattack or things like that. So, this first half we were going against the wind, and ODU had a good bit of the game as a result. I think they had 7 shots on goal in this period. So it was tough for us to kind of weather that storm a little bit, but we did a good job of it and made it to the second overtime.
Rachel Fouts with that last shot, she led the team with 7 shots and got some opportunities here during the contest.
She did, and would like to see her put a few more of those on frame and maybe make the goalkeeper make a save.
Here, a couple big saves here from Grace Kraft, as you mentioned here in this overtime period, really came up big for you as a freshman.
She did, yeah, absolutely. He comes out and is fearless against one of their better players who could have been very dangerous here.
Here, the game winner, long free kick, and then Kate Kelly, the senior, with the header to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, we joke a lot about that. Kate's one of those kids that she doesn't like to even head the ball, let alone put it on frame, and what a great goal that was.
How exciting is that to be able to pull out a win like that after a double overtime contest in front of the home fans?
Yeah, that's what you want. You want to battle throughout the game, and credit to Ohio Dominican, they made it very difficult. But the day was good. The goal was good. It was big on Twitter and all that stuff that I don't really care about, but it was huge and great for the kids and great for the program.
Obviously, you get that win on Friday. You go to Saginaw Valley on Sunday, and maybe not quite the same performance that you wanted. Talk about that game quickly on Sunday at Saginaw Valley.
Yeah, again, it's a young group, and we're trying to figure out how to put 90 minutes together and then a whole weekend. So that's another reason we play these early season games, and you put one game together and then you don't show up on the next day. And credit to Saginaw, they're playing with a lot of confidence, and they're 6-1 right now. But for us, we've played 6 games, and 4 of those have been against regionally or nationally ranked teams. So we're in a good spot right now. We're learning, we're figuring out who we are, and now we just have to figure out how to put together a whole weekend.
This week starts for real in terms of conference play as you travel to the Upper Peninsula, Michigan Tech, and Northern Michigan, and first of all, a long road trip here to open the GLIAC season.
Yeah, we like this trip. It's a great time of year for it. It's not too cold. It's not the middle of the summer, so it's great that way. And 2 very good teams, but well coached. They're very committed to playing the way that they play. We're another split weekend on turf and grass, so that'll be a little bit of a challenge. But the trip up to Houghton and Marquette is a good trip for us because we can get to be a little closer as a group and start the league off hopefully the right way.
Friday night under the lights at Sherman Field in Houghton as you take on Michigan Tech and a team that's been pretty good here in recent years.
Yeah, in recent years and this season too. They're another regionally ranked program, so we're not shying away from anybody, and the league set this schedule up for us, and here we are. So we're excited about that, and a great opportunity under the lights.
You mentioned a young team. Talk about the progress that's been made here from the beginning of the season to where you are right now as you get ready to start conference action.
Yeah, we're starting to figure out a little bit more of who we are, who we can count on in certain spots and different roles and when and where. So now it's our job to figure out ways that we can really take that to the next level and get more commitment factor out of those groups and even just players in those groups. So and then relying on more than just the 11 that are starting the game, but down to 26 who are on the bench.
Finally, what does it take to go to the Upper Peninsula and try to pick up a couple wins this weekend?
It takes some grit. It's a hard trip when it comes to terms of travel, and it's a little bit uncomfortable up there, but when you really have to be committed to doing the little things right, winning tackles, winning balls in the air, and hitting target when we're shooting on frame, and making it difficult for the other team, and hopefully we can get that done.
Well, Coach, best of luck to the Bulldogs and safe travels to the Upper Peninsula this weekend.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.